You see the creature, open fire at it, and get manhandled by the creature. Rest in peace, stalker. Today I'm going to teach you how to prevent that from happening. So you saw the prices of the 5090 and asked yourself, how can I afford that? Until you heard about a mysterious place that makes people rich called the Zone. You entered the Zone and saw some nerd telling people that if they get him a bloodsucker tentacle for his scientific research, since he's not a freedom member, he isn't lying about that. He will reward with enough money that you can get the highest end gaming setup. You accept the job and go to the location where Bloodsucker has been spotted. You see the creature, open fire at it, and get manhandled by the creature. Rest in peace, stalker. Today I'm going to teach you how to prevent that from happening. First of all, we should know what is a bloodsucker, because knowing is the half the battle. Bloodsuckers are mutants made by scientists in X labs across the zone. Don't let the government-fueled rumors fool you. Their mutation is lab-made, not caused by radiation exposure or anomalies. They feed on hemoglobin by sucking every drop of victim's blood through the hollow teeth of their tentacles. They have a mouth, but it doesn't look it can be used for anything other than liquids. Unlike bats and leeches, they don't care if the victim dies. They also attack by striking with their claws with immense force. They can camouflage themselves by turning invisible. It's not like chameleons, because chameleons don't actually camouflage. Their color change is controlled by hormones and is used to signal aggression or having a boner. Their skin has nanometer-sized crystals that adjust to reflect different colors by altering photo waves. But this is not under their control. On the other hand, octopuses and bloodsuckers can control their camouflage through their nervous system, making it happen in a fraction of a second. And that's why shooting bloodsuckers might mess up their camouflage, because of pain signals that can overwhelm nervous systems. Unlike chameleons, octopuses have sacs of different colors that they can shrink or expand to change color. But my theory is that bloodsuckers have some kind of iridophore cells that instead of melanin help with reflecting light and mimicking their surroundings. Some sources says it's because of a special mucus produced by their skin. They wrap their tentacles around the neck of a victim or anywhere with lots of arteries, which is almost always the neck for humans. It takes only seconds for victim to pass out due to the rapid blood loss starving the brain of oxygen. They always try to attack from behind or flank their prey. There's no way to escape their grip unless they are dead. Their eyes glow because of high amount of luciferin, probably another side effects of genetic modification done on them in the labs. Their resilience due to their tough skin and strong muscles, capable of surviving a considerable amount of damage before going down. Because of their human origin, they can be introverted and live alone, or extroverted and live in packs. There are three types of bloodsuckers spotted in the zone: normal bloodsuckers, black bloodsuckers, stronger and found in underground labs, and whatever this type is. But in S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2, there are only normal bloodsuckers. Maybe the special ones went extinct, or maybe they don't have functional reproductive organs. Speaking of reproduction, some say they can't reproduce because they have no visible genitals. But as a freedom veteran, I can debunk that myth. Just don't ask why. The only real evidence that bloodsuckers don't reproduce is that we have never seen infant bloodsuckers. We've seen puppy pseudo dogs and even dog sworn kid, but never a baby bloodsucker. Maybe some labs are still operational and producing them, since we discovered a lab in Cordon that hadn't been discovered for 20 years on the part of the zone that has lots of stalkers in it. It's possible. Or maybe young bloodsuckers always avoid fights and danger. How do they feed? I assume their moms breastfeed them, because as I said, their mouths might be only useful for drinking. Enough with nerdy biology. Let's talk about how to fight them without getting your ass ripped apart. For protecting your neck, wrap some Kevlar or Cordura fabric around your neck, so if they get you, you have a chance to fight back. Wearing something that can protect you from their claws can be beneficial too. Always try to hear their heavy breathing and steps. That helps you locate their position and angle of attack so you won't get flanked. Try to fight them in open spaces with light, because CQB, especially if it's dark, is a huge advantage for them. For weapons, don't use melee, because it's a guaranteed way to get smashed. Before getting smashed by the bloodsuckers, smash that subscribe button if you haven't done it yet. Whatever gun you use, try to add a red dot sight for faster aiming and a laser sight so point shooting can be way easier. Pistols are absolute last resorts because of their low stopping power unless you're using something big like a 44 Magnum or a RSH-12, although their limited ammo capacity is a problem. However, if they get you and you have that neck armor I told you about, the high caliber handgun can be very useful to shoot the monster before it realizes it should tear up that layer, and you might hit some vital organs at point blank and neutralize it. High caliber guns like Dragunov, SVD-40, M40 and FAL are powerful enough, but not ideal for close quarter battle, which is the case here. PKM is a good choice, but it's heavy, expensive, and rare. As a rookie, you probably can't get your hands on it. Otherwise, it's a fantastic firepower, unlike the PKM in a S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2. That's not realistic. If you want to feel the real power of PKM in a S.T.A.L.K.E.R, play OGSR Gunslinger. Just like real life, it's as powerful as a sniper rifle. Quick note here, if you're new to a S.T.A.L.K.E.R and want to play Trilogy, go play OGSR Gunslinger mod instead of the original Shadow of Chernobyl. Just Google the OGSR Gunslinger and it will show you the download link and Discord server. It's a remastered version made by fans and has some extra content in it as well. Or play Radiophobia 3. They're both fantastic choices. Other devastating options include 12.7 by 55mm cartridge gun, designed by Russian Special Forces to be a cartridge that neutralizes both the enemy and its target. On the Shack-12, recoil is very manageable too, but the problem is I don't think you can find this gun easily in the zone. So let's think about other options. Guns chambered in intermediate cartridges like 545, 556 NATO, and 7.62 Soviet are okay. You can take out a Bloodsucker with them, but if you can't land around one full mag on them, they won't go down. Using hollow point, expanding, or hunting rounds can be beneficial since the skin is not that tough. Using an extended mag can also be a huge help. One good option is a 9x39 cartridge. It can be found in the zone, I don't know how. It doesn't need a long barrel to have a lethal velocity since it's subsonic anyway. It packs a good punch and has a low recoil. If you use armor piercing or hollow point rounds, it will help with its lethality, but you might not be able to get your hands on it as a Greenhorn stalker. So the only option that is possible for everyone in the zone is a 12-gauge shotgun, not a double barrel though. Buckshot or slugs. It can get the job done either way. Slugs are more devastating, but buckshots, because it has multiple projectiles, give you a better chance of hitting those moving targets. KS-23 shotgun is a powerful option too, if you can convince Sidorovich to sell you one of those. A standard pump action 12-gauge shotgun can be best available option for you. If you can get a reliable semi-auto like a Baikal MP155 or Benelli M4, it's better. I know what you're thinking. What about SPAS-12 and Saiga-12? They're members of the good in the video games, crap in real life club. Now the most important thing for fighting bloodsuckers is thermal optics or goggles. Yeah, they cost more than a $50-90, but with them, bloodsuckers can't hide, and you can take them down way more easily. Don't try to headshot them, because they move a lot and they move fast. And also, you might damage their tentacles, which is the reason you're hunting them. Also, having a sidekick can save your life when fighting bloodsuckers, especially if he has the same blood type as you. I'll tell you why in the end of the video. If you come upon a bloodsucker layer, you can use a fire or chemical gases to suffocate them, just like what the TRF and Beard did. Mixing some house cleaners like bleach and other things together can produce a toxic gas for this cause, but YouTube won't let me give you the recipe, and you probably can't find enough material to produce enough chemical weapons either. If you can't find chemical weapons to gas them, you can start a fire in their lair, preferably at the entrance, so they can't escape and will stay there until there is no oxygen and they suffocate. First aid kits for hunting bloodsuckers requires these items, but before I tell you what you need, make sure to like the video if you enjoyed the video so far. For stopping bleeding, whether from their claws or magically surviving getting grabbed by their tentacles, you should have hemostatic powder and spray, hemostatic bandages, also known as combat bandage, super glue if you can't get hemostatic agents, although it won't be as good, tourniquet for arterial bleeding, sterile gauze, bandages, stitching kit, antibiotics, because God knows how contaminated those teeth that they penetrate your veins and arteries are, disinfectant so you have a chance to prevent infection from wounds caused by Bloodsucker's claw, blood transfusion kit. If you or your friend lose a lot of blood, that's why I told you to get a companion with a compatible blood type. Painkillers? What kind? I can't tell you because it might cause problem with YouTube policies, and when someone lost lots of blood, I don't think you can use any type of painkillers for them. So that's how you hunt bloodsuckers. Bonus tip, you can sell rest of its carcass to freedomers. You don't need to know why they want it, trust me. What should be the topic for the next fighting guide video? Tell me in the comment section. So now you know how to fight a bloodsucker. But what if there is a T-virus pandemic in your hometown and it broke out before you bought your RTX 5090? If you don't know how to fight leakers from Resident Evil, then check out this video right here. Now get out of here, Stalker. Happy hunting.